Well, the holidays can be a time of memories or misery. Sometimes your family members can actually cause you some stress, or a lot of stress. To help us out, we brought in Ashley Burgess. She's a certified life coach, and you've seen her on Big Rich Texas, which I admit I've seen a few times. Now, there are 5 big personality types that can cause the most problems. We'll get into those in a second. But first, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you.
I love this show. You're so wonderful.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. First off, you're an author. You're on TV. You're on the radio. What is it? Describe yourself if you can in like 20 seconds.
Several hats. I like to analyze people. I'm good at it, I guess. I try to change people's lives and make them find their own happiness and really just be able to find what they love in life.
And you must be doing a good job for being brought on a reality show, because sometimes those people can be. I'm sure. Well,
we had fun too.
There's some video of you on Big Rich Texas, and what was that like?
It was great, and working with Kaylin was wonderful.
Okay, good.
And it was really fun, and it was really neat to be able to sit back and see situations, especially because I hadn't seen the show on purpose. And being able to analyze it from that level.
Great job. All right, cool. All right, now let's get to these 5 personalities that we have to deal with over the holidays from our family members and friends and stuff. Let's get to it. The first one is the constructive criticizer.
Oh, yes. Yes.
What does that person do?
We've all had the constructive criticizer, the one that always knows better what to do, because you're in that situation and they've obviously been there before and they know much better than what you're doing what to do. And so my advice when dealing with those particular people is to say thank you. Don't take the bait when you're dealing with them, but also remind them of maybe some of the facts that they don't know about the situation.
Ooh,
and
back at them.
Exactly.
Really?
It's really good because, and then also you can say, hey, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And guess what? I am perfect. I am fine. I'm fantastic. Excellent, whatever you want to say.
Now, are some of these tips that you're giving, is it due to the fact that we only see these people maybe 1 or 2 days out of the year, and then for the rest of the year we don't see them and hear about them?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
But this can also work with all our friends, too, as well. The people that you run into maybe every day at work, there's always going to be somebody that's doing something to this degree, and it's also kind of good to turn it and say, hey, by the way, how are you doing? How are things going on in your life?
Perfect.
Because then it kind of puts them on the burner there and then takes a little bit of stress off you.
Good idea. All right, number 2, the cheerleader.
Oh, yes.
What is this person? Rah-rah. Okay. Who is a cheerleader in our life?
Oh, okay. We always have those cheerleaders, especially during the holidays. You have somebody that's wearing maybe the Christmas tree jumper.
Oh, boy.
Or maybe the felt little reindeer ears.
Okay.
And they want you to wear them, too. And they're very happy, and they have a lot of energy. And maybe sometimes it might not be authentic, but I don't think we should question it. Let them have their fun. But my advice is to literally, like I say, fly under the radar if you're not feeling it and keep your distance. Because if you're really close to them, those antlers are going to come your way.
Right. And that Santa hat's going to be put on, too, on top of the reindeer antlers.
No matter what you're saying, no matter you're protesting, let somebody else take that spot.
All right. The third type of people we have to deal with are the martyrs. What are these people?
Wow, I think I've been a martyr before.
I think we all have.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it comes that way. I don't know. I think with martyrs, especially during this time of the year, when they're cooking or slaving away in the kitchen.
I've been in the hot kitchen for hours and hours.
I've been peeling these potatoes and my fingers are, look at my fingers. Look at them.
How do we deal with the martyrs?
Well, I think the best thing to do is to go in there in the kitchen possibly and say, do you need any help?
Oh.
And you know what they're going to say to you? No, I don't.
I got it.
It's all taken care of. And say, okay, well, I think it's time for you to maybe have some relaxation time. And they will disagree, but to know that you've done what you need to do. And that's the greatest thing, because it takes the stress off you feeling, well, man, I didn't do what I should have done. I didn't help her out. So that's what you want to do, is really just offer your support. And when they don't take it, go back in the living room, sit down, have some eggnog.
Wow. All right. Well, in these 3, we've already described many people I know. No, just kidding. All right. The fourth type of personality that we have to deal with is the passive aggressor that we're probably, again, all guilty of, but there's a way to put up with them.
Yes, the PA, the passive aggressive.
PA. You have an abbreviation for it.
Yes. The best thing to do with them is to understand that they want you to read their mind, and they want you to feel how they feel. And if you don't do it right, they get very angry. So, for example, let's say you have apple pie for Christmas or whatever holiday, and they prefer pecan, and they will make a point that they don't eat dessert unless it's that. And so next time, just say, hey, speak up and tell me exactly what you like, and I'll make sure that we make it. Wow,
great tips. And one final personality, we've almost covered them all, but we also have the oversharer.
Oh, yes.
Who is this person in our lives?
Sometimes it could be an aunt, uncle, cousin, grandma, grandpa talking about something that was maybe diagnosed at the doctor's office recently, something they can't figure out. And we know we've all kind of been there, and I think I've overshared a couple of times myself, you know, when everybody's eating, and it's something that people say, could you wait on that? I heard that story before, and we're eating. But I think the best thing to do is change the subject, you know. Look at aunt or uncle and say, wow, that's awful, and I know that must be painful to you, but how is Matt's soccer practice going? You know, and just kind of change the subject, past the turkey, past the gravy. That always works.
I love it. Now we've covered all 5, and we did a good job with it too, I believe. How can we learn more about you and all the stuff that you do?
Oh, awesome. Well, you can go to www.liveyourtruelife.org, and my book actually just came out, the 10-day challenge to live your true life, and so it's really cool, and it can be done in 10 days.
I love it. Ashley, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one. All right, and Merry Christmas. Now when we come back.